x such that x equals to n to the power 2, because every number has to be square, where n belongs to, let me copy this number, n belongs to natural number and n is less than 11. I'll put less than 11 or less than or equals to 10. So this represents, this is n square. Okay, so you can use it as n square, x equals to x to the power n square, where n belongs to a natural number and n is less than 11. So that's how you write the answers. Now list all the elements of the following set. Now a question, x such that x is a odd natural number. So what are the odd natural numbers will come? It starts from 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. So this is a infinite set. Still infinite set we introduce it later on, but still you can think of it. You already know each and everything. So just it will become a revision for you. Next question B. X such that x is an integer. I want you to answer this one. What are the integers which lies between -1/2 to 9/2? Okay, then I'll explain. Just give the answers. Yeah. Prashant Swami, right? Yes. Most of them have given the answers. Well, I'm expecting the answers from Jia Goswami. Yes, she has given the answer. Right. I'll answer. So integer means you can convert into a decimal. -1/2 is -0.5 and 9/2 is 4.5. So -0.5 to 4.5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. These are the 5 numbers. So it is a finite set. The questions will be like this one in the exam. Decide whether it is which of the following sets are finite sets. So you have to analyze each and every set and you have to find the elements, then you have to decide what is the correct answer. Next, x such that x is an integer and x is less than or equals to 4. So what are the integers which you have? The square of that integer is less than or equals to 4. So this also I will wait for your answer. Just tell me. Om Shintri 1, 2 wrong. Arya right. Pranav Sharma right. Yeah. Om Shintri, you thought 1 square is 1, 2 square is 2. Sorry, 2 square is 4. So hence it is satisfying. But x is the integer. So 0 square is also 0. -1 square is also 1. -2 square is 4. Square of negative number is also positive. So -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Okay. Next, x is a letter in the word loyal. L, O, Y, A. That's it. Next, x such that x is a month of the year not having 31 days. I think we can list out what are the months which are not having the 31 days. So, where is this screen? So you can see how to count the months. Just fold your fingers here. Okay. So the first one is 31 days, then 30 days, then 31 days, 30 days, 31 days, 30 days, 31 days. So where you have this so strong bones, those are the 31 days. And between the two strong bones, you have the small here, that will be 30 days or 29 days. So start from here: January, February, March, April, May, June. Again you have to start from the end: July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay. What are the months will come here? That will be 31 days. And what are the months comes between these two bones? That will be the 30 days or 29. That is one of the shortcut to remember. People often forget how many 30 days, 31 days are there. If you are not understanding from the video, you can Google it, what is the shortcut to remember. Okay, sixth question. match the each of the following set as 1, 2, 3, 6. I think 1, 2, 3, 6. X is a prime number and is a divisor of 6. X is a odd natural number less than 10. X is a natural number and divisor of 6. I think here first question answers are, it can be A or it can be C. There are two similarities are there, but he said that here prime number. You can see 6 is not a prime number, 1 is not a prime number. So first question answer is C, a natural number and divisors of 6. These all are the natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 6, and each and one is a divisor of 6. Now 2, 3. 2, 3 both are the prime numbers. So second question option is A. Next, MATHEICH, answer is D, and the fourth question answer is B. So this is all about your first exercise. Now we move to the second exercise, which discusses about the empty set, finite set, and equal sets and all. Yeah. Now, which of the following are the examples of a null set? Is everyone understood? Oh, somebody, Soham Shastri is too late to join the class. Shubham Acharya, now they are joining. Okay, yeah, somebody is Om Shindra typed the answer correct. Now, just tell me if anybody has any other doubts in the first exercise. If you don't have any doubts, please. Acha, Gagan Kumar started third exercise. Amisha Sone is, I think, once Sone. I think so. Yeah. Okay, I hope nobody has the doubts. Now we'll start the 1.2 exercise. Which of the following are the examples of the null set? The set of odd natural numbers divisible by 2. Is there any odd natural number which is divisible by 2? That's the odd definition itself says a number which is not a multiple of 2. Okay, so first one is a empty set. Next, a set of 7 prime numbers. Set of 7 prime numbers cannot be empty set, right? So because 7 prime numbers you can get it from anywhere to anywhere between any two numbers. X is a natural number. X is less than 5 and X is greater than 7. Is there any natural number which is less than 5 and greater than 7? I don't think so. Not only natural number, any rational number is not possible which is less than 5 as well as greater than 7. It doesn't exist. So first one, third one, what about the fourth one? Y is a point common to any two parallel lines. Two parallel lines will never intersect, so there is no common point. So hence it is a empty set. So 1, 3, 4 are the empty sets. Anybody has given the answer? Yeah. Okay. Then I'll go for question number 2. Which of the following sets are finite or infinite? That we are discussing since exercise 1 also. The set of months of a year. There are only 12 months, so it is a finite. Next, second one is 1, 2, 3 and so on. 1, 2, 3 and so on. This is an infinite set because it never ends. Then 1, 2, 3 till 100 numbers, so you can count them easily. So it is a finite. The set of positive integers greater than 100. Yeah, positive integers which are greater than 100. How many will be there? Yes, infinite are there. Next, a set of prime numbers less than 99. Obviously, there are only countable numbers, so it is a finite. State whether each of the following set is a finite or infinite. Third question is also same. The set of lines which are parallel to x-axis. How many lines are there parallel to x-axis? I'll wait for your answers. If anybody is typing finite, it is wrong. It has to be infinite. So you can buy as many as you want. Okay. Next, second question. The set of letters in the English alphabet. Obviously, there are finite. I think instead of set of letters in the English alphabet, yeah, Otherwise, I can ask how many words you can frame. The number of words can be framed using English alphabet. What do you think? I'm putting a question as set of words can be formed using all the 26 alphabets. Oh, most of them are typing infinite. Infinite is a wrong answer. It is finite. Okay. Yeah, somebody is asking why. We'll come to this explanation when we start the chapter. Something. Who is that magic? Prashant, Dev, control. Yeah. Even if you repeat the each and every word, there is a permutation and combination chapter. That is our last chapter in the class 11. You need to understand those concepts. Then I'll come to. It will be something 26 power 26. If you have meaning or without meaning also, if you frame 26 to the power 26 words you can frame. That means 26 multiply itself 26 times. I don't think it will be an infinite word. Okay. If I out of them, if I remove the words which have no meaning, then it will be much lesser than the infinite. It has to be a finite. Okay. Now, set of animals living on the earth. What do you say? Finite or infinite? Yes. Oh, all are too fast. The set of circle passing through origin. Yes, I want the answer of this one. Let's see. How many circles you can find passing through origin? Yes. Infinite. Everybody is typing too quick. I think they copy pasted our answers. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now, fourth question. In the following state whether A equals to B. If I take the first question, set A has A, B, C, D, and set B has D, C, B, A, which means the letters are same, but the order they appears is different. In a set, the order of the elements doesn't matter to decide whether they are equal or not. Okay, so hence they have to be equal. As I said, order doesn't matter in which order they are appearing. For our convenience purpose, we write them in the alphabetical order, or smaller to bigger or bigger to smaller, instead of writing randomly. Otherwise, that's fine. Now, if I go to the second question, 4, 8, 12, 16, 8, 4, 16, 18. I think this is not equal because here I have 12. Instead, B I have 18. So they are not equal. Now, question 1 and 2 easy to compare because we know both the sets in the standard form, roster form. So you can find the elements very easily. Now, what about the third question? This is 2, 4, 6, 8, 7. Elements are clearly visible. In set B, x is a positive even integer and less than or equals to 10. So you have to extract the elements for the set B. What are the positive numbers which are even and integer are less than or equals to 10? I think it is same. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So hence A and B are equal. Now question number 4. X is a multiple of 10. And B is 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What do you say about 4, 4 question? Are they equal or unequal? Yes. A is not equals to B or not equal. Correct. Are the following pair of sets equal? Give reasons. You have to give the reasons whether the pair of sets are equal. A equals to 2, 3. And set B is x such that x is the solution of x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. You already learned how to use the splitting the middle term or quadratic equation, how to split it in class 10. So what could be the answers of this one? If I solve this equation, my x values will come -2, -3. If you solve the set B, your x values will be -2, -3. But here set A is +2, +3, so hence they are not equal. Now what about the question 2? X is the letter of the word follow and B is the letter from the word old. I think the letters are same. W, O, L, F in both the cases. So hence they are equal. So similarly, Here the one general question is given. From the sets given below, select equal sets A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So what are the equal sets you have here? Anyone is equal to any other set? I think I can see only. Can you tell me what are the equal sets out of these 8 sets? What are the equal sets? B equals to D, E equals to G. Yes. There are 2 sets which are equal, 2 pair of sets. One is B and D. That is one pair of sets which are equal. Second one is E and G. This is another pair of sets which are equal. Now we'll come to the subsets, universal sets and all. Next exercise. I'm not discussing the example questions because already explanations are given. Just you look at into the this power set also. Yesterday I think who is that? Gagan, I think he posted me the doubt about universal set and power set. So exercise 1.3. Make correct statement by filling the following symbols. Subset or not a subset in the 2, 3, 4 is a subset of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or it's not a subset. Just check here 2, 3, 4. Here also 2, 3, 4 is there. Hence first set is a subset of second set. So here you put the subset symbol. Okay. Now here this is ABC and this is BCD. Here A is there in the first set. But if you observe the second set, there is no A. D is there. So it doesn't matter whether D is there or not. But A should be there. So hence second one is not a subset. Now third question, if I go, X is a student of class 11th of your school. That means you all are. And another set is X is a student of your school. Class 11 student of your school is one set and all the students of your school is another set. So what you can say, obviously if I am the 11th class student of that particular school, then I have to be a student of that school. Then only I can study in that school, right? So it has to be a subset. I am a part of the school, whatever the class I study, but I must be a part of that school. Then only I can be in that school and that particular class. Okay. So if the question they may class 11th, for example, let me change the question here a little bit. X is a student of class 11th of your school, and the second one is X such that X is a student of maybe DPS school or some other school. Then it cannot be subset because both the schools are different, so it cannot be a subset. But in the given question, it's talking about the same school, so it has to be a subset. Next, X such that X is a circle in the plane, that is set 1. Circle. X is a circle in the plane with the radius 1 unit. Now I want the answer from you. Fourth one. For example, first one I will take as set A and the second one I will take as set B. A is set of all the circles and B is the set of all those circles with radius 1. Just let me see anyone answered it. Oh, where is this shot? No. Yes, answer is no. But A is not a subset of B. Yes. What about the reverse? Is B is a subset of A? That means all the circles of radius 1 is in one set is a subset of all the circles in a plane? Yes, it is correct. Okay, because all the circle is bigger than the circle with 1 unit radius. Yes, Gagan, I think yesterday you asked me this question, what is the universal set definition? So for example, in this example, if I take set B is a circle with 1 unit radius. If I want to write the universal set for this one, so universal set has to be the same category of that particular set and it has to be bigger than the given set. Okay, here I have considered the given set is circles with radius 1 unit. If I say circle with radius 1 unit, so what is the bigger set than that? I cannot have circle with radius 2 units I cannot say that because circle with 2 units is different from circle with 1 unit, even it's not a part of it. That's why I have to consider universal set as X such that X is a circle in the plane, all the circle. Universal set will consist of all the circle. Then obviously 1 unit radius circle must be a part of the universal circle. Okay, so that's how you define the universal circle. Next one, X such that X is a triangle in a plane. Next, X is a rectangle in the plane. What do you say? Is it a subset? No, it's not a subset because two different categories. One is talking about the triangles and another is talking about the rectangles. So hence, you cannot compare the subset between the two different categories. It has to be the same category. Then I can think about subset or if, for example, I am talking about set of humans and set of I cannot say animals. Maybe humans also will come under one. I don't know. A set of humans in one and a set of tigers. If I take, obviously it cannot be a subset. None of them are. A is not subset of B. B is not a subset of A, right? So you can ask your biology teacher whether human belongs to any animal category. Okay. Next. Yeah. Let me come. X such that X is a triangle in a plane. If I want triangle in a plane, okay, let me move. X such that X is an equilateral triangle in a plane, question number 6, and X is a triangle in the same plane. Set A is talking about equilateral triangle and set B is talking about all the triangles. Okay, so what do you say? It is a subset. I'm getting answers. Yes, equilateral triangle has to be a part of all the triangles. Now here you can say this is the universal set. For example, equilateral triangle is the particular set A I have taken. Is the corresponding universal triangle will be set of all triangles. Not only equilateral triangle. For example, I take another set P as a set of all acute angle triangles. Then its universal set will again all the equilateral triangle. Set of all the triangles. Okay. So if I come to the question number 7, X is a even natural number. X such that X is a integer. Obviously, it is a subset. All the even natural number has to be an integer, so it is a subset of it. Examine whether the following statements are true or false. A comma B is not a subset of B C A. This is false statement. A comma E is a subset of X such that X is a vowel. Yes, this is true statement. Third one, 1, 2, 3 is a subset of 1, 3, 5. It's false statement. A is a subset of A, B, C. True statement. Now here, I think starting someone asked the question, sir, what is the difference between an element and a subset? Now come to the question number 5. Second 5. This is set A belongs to ABC. So here I cannot say belongs to, because a subset never belongs to another set until unless it is a power set. I'll come to the power set later on. A subset, here A is a set. I cannot use belongs to word, okay, because A is written in the curly brackets. That means it is a set. A set is not belongs to another set. Okay, so here I have to put this is a subset. Okay, so set A is a subset of set ABC. That will be the correct statement, but here belongs to symbol is given, so it is a false statement. Next, the last one, X as an even integer, natural number less than 6. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, X is a natural number which divides 6. I don't think so. It is a subset. It is also a false statement. Next, yeah, this will be tricky. Now I'll explain. I think your confusion between the element and subset will clarify now more clearly. Let me take the third example, a question. A equals to, observe this A set, okay? If you observe this carefully, set A has the elements as 1, 2, now here 3, 4 is again kept in the bracket. That means if I can, it is a set, but it is a part of another set A. So curly brackets 3 comma 4, I'll take it as an element of A. Okay. Now let me come to here. Can I copy this one? Let's see whether it is copied or not. Let me take the word help. Oh, it is copied. Let me zoom it. Okay. So this is the given question. I want this belongs to symbol also. Let me take. Now if I want to talk about, oh, it is getting too much distance. Yeah. If I put in the curly brackets, for example, like 3 comma 4. Now here I have to use it is a subset of A or it is a belongs to A. So here I have to put it belongs to A, because you see this one as it is there here. Okay, so it has to be an element of A. Now how can I say that? Yeah. Now if I put this in this way, for example, I say 1 is a subset symbol. Let me insert now subset symbol. Where is this subset? I think this expression has no subset. Let me copy from here. This is the problem with the mathematical symbols. You won't find it too quickly. Okay, so 1 is an element of A, I can say, because 1 is an element of A. If you put element here, 1 is a part of the set A. So I can see if I put in the curly bracket, I can say it is a subset of A. Now how can I say? Here I said that 3 comma 4 is belongs to A. But if I want to say 3 comma 4 is a subset of A, what we have to do is you have to use the two curly brackets now. 3 comma 4. Now here you can say control C, control V is a subset of A. Now you can use the word subset of A. I hope now it is clear how do you define it is an element or how do you define it is a subset. If I want to set 3 comma 4, this one is a subset of A. Here you look here what I have done. The first curly bracket, let me highlight it. Oh, it is highlighting everything. Yeah, the first 3 comma 4 is an element of A. If I want to say subset, then again it has to be kept in the another curly bracket. So that's why I have to use the double curly brackets to mention it is a subset of A. Hope it is clear for all of you. Yes, understood. Good. Okay. Now I think you can decide here. 3 comma 4 belongs to A. It is correct. Here also they kept two curly brackets. Is a subset of A. This is also correct. 1 belongs to A. Correct. 1 is subset of A. Wrong, because it's not in the curly brackets. Here curly bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 is a subset of A. Correct. And the bracket 1 2 3 belongs to A. It is wrong. And 1 2 3 is a subset of A. This is also wrong. It's not a subset of A because 3 is not an element of A. So if I want to say it is right, then somewhere I might have something like this. If I have something like this, 1 2 3, then I can say this statement is right, otherwise it is wrong. Now phi, this we call as phi, phi, phi belongs to A. No, phi is not an element of A. Phi is the notation we use to represent empty set or null set. The set has no element. Okay, phi belongs to A. It is wrong, but empty set by default is a subset of A. Okay, this is the notation for an empty set. But if I put phi inside the bracket, curly bracket, this means this is the set which has an element phi. Okay, this cannot be a subset of A. Okay, there is a difference of phi. Phi itself, let me put this one so that you will understand. Control C. Let me use again word to explain you. Oh, that phi symbol, let me check. Yeah, it belongs to here. If I say phi, if I want to use the notation for empty set, this is the notation for phi. If I want to write phi in the brackets, and inside the bracket nothing will be there. But if I put phi here again inside the bracket, okay, so this is not the highlighted one, is not an empty set. Okay, this is a set consists of one element. That element we call it as phi, one of the Greek symbol like alpha, beta, gamma, phi. These are all the Greek symbols. So this is not an empty set. So don't get confused. If I want to say empty set, you just use phi, or if you want to represent symbolical this way, you can put this way. This is an empty set. But if I write phi inside the bracket, this is not an empty set. Okay, this is a set consists of one element. That element is a Greek symbol phi. Okay, so be careful. So the 11th one is also wrong. So write down all the subsets of the following sets. All the subsets means the power sets. Now you have to, I think they are introducing the power set in this example. If I have only one element, the power set of this one is, let me put, I think, yeah, control V. I don't know why they are taking the smaller in size when you paste it. Yeah, if I take this one, this is a set. Maybe you can call it as A equals to set A. Then if I want to